Okay, Donna Susek,
Here.
Walter Crucell,
Here.
Tina Sakala.
Here.
Oh, there she is. Cindy Mangini. Okay, Marie Peisner.
Here.
Scott Ryder.
Here.
Okay, Tim Neville.
Here.
Doug Maxellen. Tina LeBlanc. You're on, yeah. Charlotte Riley.
Here.
Bethany Olette.
Here.
Melissa Everett.
Here.
Jaime Cisneros. Behind me yet. Jeff Leonowitz
Here.
and Chris Cycli.
Here.
I think I saw him on. Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
good
And
video
Tom's
today.
here as well.
Okay. Yeah. I just
Got a
said
video
Tom.
today.
Present.
Yeah, you got video tonight. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes?
I approve.
Second.
Do I have any comments or corrections? Because I have one question. On page 2, they're referring to the percentage that we're going to be reimbursed, and I think it says 89, but I think it's the first 59%, but I'm not sure. Because our reimbursement is 59, it says 89. I mean, our reimbursement is 70, but they hold 11% back or 10% back, so I'm not quite sure.
I may have worded that wrong. Chris Cycli, can you jump in? Is it 89% we get back originally of the 70% reimbursement, and then they hold
Is that what it is?
11%?
Okay,
Yes.
that might be.
Did I
Yes.
maybe word it a little bit wrong? I don't know.
I didn't look at them. I
It
can.
should say 89 of the 70% reimbursement.
I can go
Correct.
back and just
Right, I think it just, yeah, that's.
firm up
perfect.
the
Now I
details of
totally
that one for you.
understand it.
Yep,
Thank you.
that's what it should say. 89%. You'll receive 89% of the 70%.
Perfect, yep,
I'll just
Yep.
go back and clarify.
thank you.
Yep.
Okay, we have no guests. Old business, Henry Barnard, phase 1, that 11%. Do you have any more on?
There's no update on the, so just so you know, so that I don't sound like a broken record every meeting saying that there's no update for this. The state had statutorily, the audit department has 6 months to begin the review, and then they have up to 5 years to actually complete it. So
Okay,
Really?
we are well past the 6 months. There's really nothing we can do. The state knows that we're trying to close these out. I'm trying to close out the audit on phase 1 and phase 2. I'm trying. I think I might be able to get some money on phase 2 by the end of December, but it more than likely is going to roll into January with the holiday. But I'm at least working on that piece, and then I'll try and close out phase 1 and phase 2.
okay. I keep them on the agenda, not because I want to pressure anybody, but I just feel that it shows that we are consistently looking at what we're doing. It's just part of
No,
my
no, it's just-
personality.
Just so everyone is aware, that's the process. They typically.
Marie?
Chris, how much are we waiting for on phase 1?
Hang on.
I think like $50,000, isn't it? Something like that, or 47.
I'm just curious.
If you
should-
give me a second, I've got to look that up. I haven't looked at that at phase 1 in a long time. I can
It should,
tell you.
should stay on the agenda, to Donna's point, because it's not closed. It's not resolved. So that's the other reason it's on the agenda.
Right.
Phase 1.
I think it's like $47,000, isn't it?
I'll get it.
No, it was more than that. It was in the it's part of the.
And it would be the final payment, correct?
Right. It's
It is,
only,
yes,
it's like,
it will be
it's
the final
11% of the 70. It's the last 11%.
But they can take up to 5 years to give us that, Chris?
Yeah. Yep. So it's 311, 311 was the total. I'm just gonna do the quick math. So 311, 285 times 0.7071 is that times 0.89. You've received 195-ish. Minus 195. Yeah, so I guess it's about $26,000.
Oh, okay.
Just in a rough calculation, that was phase one.
Right. It's the phase two that was our biggest chunk to spend of money.
Right.
Chris, how much time do they have to get back the phase two money?
So the phase two money, I'm working on getting, that's what I'm trying to get by the end of the year.
Right.
But they don't have a
The
5-year
89%
window on
of
that,
the
do they?
70.
No, they don't have the 5-year window on the, they have, because they haven't issued the initial payment for phase two. So the money I'm trying to get right now for phase two is about $630,000.
Oh, so it's
Okay.
the first piece of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
And
sorry.
phase two's been done for a while.
It's not that. It's 632 minus the 11%.
It's 70% of that.
Times
or
0.89. So it's
89% of
about
70%
about
of that.
560 is what I'm trying to get for phase one now by the end, or phase two, I'm sorry, now by the end of the year.
And that will be the first amount we receive on phase two. We haven't received anything else,
We
right?
haven't
Correct.
received anything on phase two.
Okay.
Correct.
Gotcha. All right.
Okay.
Right.
And phase three, somebody, I got an email that was a little distressing. Jess, can you have any,
What's the matter with phase three?
Yeah,
I thought there was a leak.
And the
no,
roof,
section roof they were referring to was actually where the kindergarten wing is, over by the custodian closet. That was actually phase two. We're looking into it a little bit more. I'm meeting with the claim specialist from the manufacturer tomorrow at 11. And we're going to figure out where it was coming from. But the area that we're speaking of was in front of the laboratories over by the custodial closet, which would be the southwest wing. It's right between where phase one ended and phase two began.
Okay. All right. We know you're
but
on
that,
it.
that's
Your
covered by,
claim.
that's covered by warranty, isn't it?
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
I call the claim company, I get a hold of a rep, and I'm sure it's part of phase two. I'll know more, but we're investigating deeper, and we have our installer that came out to put it in. They're coming out too. So
Okay.
we're gonna try to find a point of origin. I'll circle back and get more information for that.
Good.
All right. So, on E, oh, here we go. Well, D and E kind of go together. On D, on the 21st, we'll have the resolution to authorizing the joint committee to be the building committee for the Hazardville Memorial roof replacement and for the Eli Whitney roof replacement. There'll be a resolution authorizing expenditure for the Hazardville Memorial School roof replacement project. A resolution authorizing preparation of contract documents, and document drawings and specifications for the Hazardville Memorial, and a resolution authorizing the Board of Ed to apply for the grants for Hazardville Memorial. Okay, and these resolutions will also be for Eli Whitney. So there's the 4 resolutions, because Chris will tell you, I think everybody got a little in a flurry over this, but we have the 4 resolutions that we require. Are we on track, Chris?
You're muted.
You're muted.
Sorry. Yes, we are on track.
Wow.
Hopefully my intention, so Walter, just kind of playing out the schedule a little bit here, because I will need some approvals and minutes from Board of Ed. So I believe your next meeting is the 20.
No, we don't have another meeting this month. But if we
Okay.
need one, we'll call one.
When is your next regular meeting in January? The
The
5th?
12th.
That's too late.
Okay,
Too
so
late.
I'm gonna need 2 meetings then. I'm gonna need a meeting to approve the ed specs for both projects, and then another
Okay.
subsequent meeting to approve the minutes.
All right,
You
well,
need
you
a
tell
special
me,
meeting?
when will the ed specs be ready?
I can have them ready by next week.
So why don't I'll try to call a special meeting on the 22nd,
Okay,
and then we'll maybe in January, or how soon would you need the minutes approved?
we could do it on January 5th, and then I can
Yeah,
get,
and then I could call another special meeting on January 5th to approve the minutes.
right, and then I'll get the certified copy from Kathy on the 6th. As long as I
Yeah.
have them by the 6th, then I'm okay.
All right, I'll make some calls tomorrow and start this ball rolling.
Okay, if those dates change, just let me know. Otherwise, yeah.
Okay, no, it shouldn't be an issue, but we'll, even if we got it, we can do it virtually too. I don't know.
Okay, Tom, you're on the line too. We'll also need, plans done by will you have plans done by the 22nd? Well, no, we don't need that for this. Never mind.
What, for December 22nd? If you're
Yeah,
going
no.
for initial application, you're
We
gonna
don't
need the
need that for
schematic.
that. No.
Okay,
I got it. I'm getting ahead of myself.
All right, I'll keep you posted, Chris.
What's that?
I'll keep you posted on the dates and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, no, I
And-
apologize. I'm just making sure that we have everything that we need by the 5th,
Right.
and we will.
Right, and the amount of money we're looking for is the referendum limit on both for each project.
You
I
are
mean, yeah.
right. You're going to authorize the 670 for both projects.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, even if we have to
That
call a
was-
special meeting next week, I could possibly do that. So let me know when they're ready.
The 22nd is fine. I'll have them
The
done.
22nd. All right, we'll go for that.
22nd is fine.
Okay,
I don't know that I could get them done by Tuesday to get them to the Board of Ed.
okay, no problem.
So I will say I'm still getting, people who do want to go to referendum in the fall, but I think it's important that we do these 2 phases, whether we go to referendum or not.
Agreed.
Right now, more than likely, because of the total project cost for both of these roofs, I don't know that we're going to be able to get the entire roofs done, both roofs complete in one phase. I think they're both going to go into a second phase.
At least.
Yeah.
And that's okay, Chris. I'm well aware of that, but I'm also aware of the fact that if you stop this work,
Right.
Yeah.
getting that boulder moving again is going to be.
Don't get me wrong. I think we're going to get the lion's share of both roofs done in this first phase, I'll call it. But I don't think the way we're allocating the funding at $1.3 million, that's going to be shy of the total for what we'll need for both.
I know. And, we had this long discussion and I know, and to share with this committee, John Wilcox came to leadership and, pleaded his case for how we should wait and, go to referendum, but I am not in favor of not moving forward.
Agreed.
It will, I mean,
I think that's how this committee as a majority feels.
yeah.
Yep.
We may need to get people on board that would like to go to referendum and look at that. And that may require a subcommittee. So I think that's something I will put on for discussion in January. But my primary concern right now is for me to move these roofs forward and get these 2 roofs underway. So if I can open it up to any comments for anybody, if they'd like, to chime in, but, the resolutions will be there. We're going to go with the funding, and should there be a referendum, it's easier to fund it. I totally agree with John that, you can't do it this way. It's costing us more money. It's costing us time, and everybody's aggravated at us. And I'm pretty aggravated at myself. So, so I guess, if there's any, light at the end of the tunnel, it's when we get these big schools done, when we have a roofing plan, we can do a lot of the town roofs right within our budgetary constraints. So Any more kind of comments, Tim?
I agree with you, Donna. I think if we stop this process now and wait for a referendum, I think it will never start up again because there's no guarantee we will get that referendum. So I'm total agreement with you.
Right. Okay, so basically that covers D and E. E was tabled in May of this year. I guess we did want to request it. It never went forward, so I requested it. So I don't know what we want to do. It can come off the table. We can vote on it, or, does anyone have any? Let's take it off the table and we'll vote to make sure that everybody would like to have the facilities be the building committee for the referendum. So I can't make a motion to remove it from the table.
So moved.
Second,
Okay. All in favor? Raise your hand.
aye.
Aye.
Okay, any opposed? Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, now we're on to F, which is the energy performance contract. Anything new?
Donna, don't we have to vote on those 4 motions first? I think it was D. I thought you said we had 4 motions that we had to do.
No, those 4 motions are going to be voted on at the council.
At the council meeting on the 21st.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah.
I misunderstood.
Nope, that's all right. It's from D, this is what's going to the council.
Okay.
So, all right, energy performance contract. Jeff?
No, nothing new at the moment. There's more going on with myself and the deputy director of finance. We're hoping to have some movement and patterns. I know we spoke with, or not myself, but he spoke with bond counsel. I had a few other things, and we're moving in a good direction. So hopefully we can get this to bed. As a report, the usual things with the adjustments, like I said, nothing out of the ordinary. And I also had a phone call with Honeywell today. They're going to be doing a site visit of the annex and giving us a pitch on what they can do to save us money over there with energy improvements. And
Okay.
once I have something, more on paper, I'll share it with the committee and see if you'd like to have them as a guest.
Okay. Thank you, Jeff. Next thing is clean energy, and the clean energy subcommittee met, and we're going to bring this committee was in favor of having Green Bank look at some of the sites. And we thought it was overwhelming to look at a lot of sites, so we picked 4. Melissa, you're on. You're muted. There we go.
You are making me go back to my email for the sites that we established because they're not. Can you pull them out of your head?
I believe they are Enfield High,
Mm-hmm.
the Jablonski. We removed the transfer station.
And while you're thinking, I'll just tell everybody the thought process is that the certain ones that are best for a potential Green Bank power purchase agreement are very simple rooftops. It's not anything that would involve virtual net metering or ground mounts or, any complexity. So that's where we're coming from.
So, okay. Tim,
I'm
do you
finding
know
it.
what
Hang
the
on.
other 2 were? Because I think we actually only had 3. Because we
Yeah.
were
Hang on.
dealing with the 4th
Enfield
one.
High.
Jablonski, Enfield High, and did we talk
Henry
about the
Barnard.
Barnard.
Henry
and
Barnard.
Barnard?
Yeah.
Barnard.
It's Barnard.
Okay. Well, and basically test the process, and as the results come back, maybe give the council a briefing about what this option means to them.
Yeah.
But
Right.
so is that, are folks comfortable with that? It's a really simple step. It's no cost. It doesn't require any staff bandwidth. And it's to kind of, get solar moving in the simplest possible way.
Right. And the big thing is Green Bank can secure the government funding for these that municipalities are not privy to getting.
Yeah, it's not for purchase, it's for power, it's power purchase, so we buy the power from them if we go this route, but they will give
Right.
us a no obligation assessment of the solar potential before we have to make a decision.
Right. Unfortunately, the Jablonski would probably have to be ground mount for the canopies. Because that project is looking, unless there's new roofing out there. Jeff, is there new roofing or is that 94 roofing?
Which part of the Jablonski are you referring to?
The
Probably the whole
canopies would not
facility.
be, the
Covered
canopies
parking.
would not
Yeah.
make sense for power purchase agreements.
Line
Okay.
share, the roof.
What would
line
make
share is
sense
about
would be-
98, so it's up for replacement. I would say if we're gonna do a solar project at the Jablonski involving the roof, we'd probably want to re-roof at the same time, make them one and the
Yeah.
same.
I mean, they could still assess the solar potential and give us that kind of official read. And I recommend that we do that. And
Yeah.
then
Okay,
propose it as something
okay, and
that
that
I
could
agree.
go into looking at the plan for the Jablonski.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is still a good
Yeah, so
contender.
those three, and Donna, you're going to present this to council on the 21st, I think you said?
I'm not sure if that's the 21st or January. I'll be quite frank with you. I
Be
don't
quite
have my
frank.
notes in front of me.
I thought it was January. Don.
I'll push for the 21st on that. And that's just going to be, a head nod to let us, look at some stuff. Oh, no smiling at me, Gina. So, I mean, people have to, we have to look at different things. We can't not look at it. And I think that, we're going to answer the big question is to the delivery charge. That was a big issue that
Okay, stop.
was,
Okay, so that is when you are buying you're in apples and oranges. We don't need that for this.
I know, but that's what going to take some of the
Okay.
stuff at the,
We can ask that the Green Bank come back with their assessment and with a financial analysis of what the project would look like.
correct.
Yep.
And that's
Donna?
what we intend.
Okay, good, everybody?
Em?
Sorry.
Donna and Melissa, they don't necessarily have a delivery charge on the solar because the delivery is coming right from your roof. It's not
Right,
being
if it's a
shipped
power
here from
purchase
Niagara
agreement, he's
Falls.
exactly right. It's just, Donna was saying the council was confused about that, so the Green
No,
Bank can unconfuse them.
I think they'd love to hear there's no delivery charges. It's
Yeah,
$9.92 in my house.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Well, in
so
my
I think-
house, it was $60 for $30 worth of electricity. And I was like, yeah,
Ugh.
okay, great.
Okay, are we good with this, folks?
I think so. I think we're good. Any questions, any concerns on solar?
We so innovative.
Okay, transfer station. Updates?
This is an exciting one. We finished the septic tank design. So.
Excuse me, if you were working there, that would be exciting.
It's exactly, it's important and it's a key part of the whole product. So we're trucking along. We're probably going to have a meeting in the next coming week or so, wrapping up. So I know they were doing perk tests for the health department. I've supplied the engineer firm a whole bunch about water data so they can, North Central Health District can, do their review of the design. So we are trucking along.
And it had good perk tests?
I would think so. I didn't hear any bad news. I just supplied a whole lot of data and, they're done. I don't know if they made a ruling on it yet, but I'm sure we can follow up with the design engineer on that.
Okay, I mean, it's all sand out there.
Yes.
True.
All right, master plan.
Master
Jeff, do
plan. We are at a point where that particular items that we had hanging, I had a meeting with BL Companies, John Ireland, and we went over where we need to go. And I think it was mostly just the cost benefit analysis for why this is a good move for certain locations and, high level projections of what CIP and other things we could do. So
Okay.
it's going very well. I'm hoping I'll have a document to share with the committee before our January meeting, I believe we're going for the 14th, I think.
Great.
So should see something very shortly for us to review, and that's going to pretty much circle that and move forward.
All right, and I think this is something that, Chris plans to bring some of the buildings and the changes in the upcoming budget, which I kind of look forward to seeing. So it is going to be a document that we use, and we're not going to put it on the shelf. So don't make space for it. We're going to keep it. It's an active document. All right, communication. Scott, you got anything on communication? Oh, I see Scott's name, but I'm not hearing from him. So I did request that the annex pool presentation that Jeff gave us last time come before the council. And we were thinking it would be in December on the 21st. I'm not positive, but it will definitely be the first meeting in January if it is not the last meeting in December. So,
Sorry about that. My computer would not unmute. I just wanted to share the email that I'd mentioned to you guys about Barnard. So thank you for addressing that. And other than that, we have been sharing regular updates on Facebook as far as our meeting agendas ahead of meetings, our meeting minutes afterwards, as well as our video links so the public can stay informed with what we're doing.
okay. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate that. Okay, so down to new business, approval of the invoice from Herbert and Rosa for the Henry Barnard Phase 3, 100% completion of professional services. The current billing amount is for $1,000 and it's dated November 6th, 2020. Do I have a motion to?
So moved.
Okay, I guess Walter and Tim.
Yeah.
Show of hands on those in favor. Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. All right. Anything else on the committee?
Just wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
We're not meeting on the 24th?
Oh, we can, yeah.
Without me.
We won't have any minutes taken, but sure.
Let's try to wean ourselves away from this. Love that.
I'm not going.
Okay. Yeah, everybody have a happy holiday.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Stay safe.
Happy first night of Hanukkah.
So, motion to
Oh, it
adjourn.
is the first night of Hanukkah.
Second.
Thank you, Scott.
Lovely.
Okay.
I hope I get a gift.
I'm bringing it over now.
Okay, thank you.
And Chris, I'll get back to you as soon as I hear something.
Next meeting is the
Thank you.
14th? Do I have it
Yes.
right? Am I looking at the right calendar? It is the
14th of
14th.
March.
We'll
14th
see
of March.
everybody in 2021.
That's right.
Please, be
21.
better than 2020.
God, it's a better year.
It's gotta
Gotta
be
be
a better
better.
year.
Gotta be
It's gotta be
better.
better.
Let's pray God.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Okay,
Good night,
good night,
everyone.
everyone. Thank
Night,
you.
everyone.
Good night.
Bye.
Take care.